Selfies get so much hate, and I can't say I don't understand it, but the thing is, taking self-portraits of yourself, it's gonna help you improve your photography. And there's no shame in that because selfies have been around for a very, very long time. In fact, historians think one of the earliest examples of selfies was from a sculptor in ancient Egypt over 3,300 years ago. Pharaoh Akhenonen's sculptor, Beck, sculpted himself next to his wife. That's here. Wonder why he got the clothes. But it's an art form that's been around for a long time, and that's just an example that's been preserved in stone. I'm sure there were many more examples before that. It's self-documentation, it's important, and it's a great way to express yourself. I'm going to talk about how selfies can improve your photography, but first I want to talk about why they're so hated. And I think part of the reason that they're hated is that they're so common and easy to access now that a lot of them are bad. We're inundated with bad examples of selfies. People in their car making funny faces, people in front of monuments making the same funny face, and it gets really tiresome. And I think that a lot of us have learned to completely throw out a beautiful art form just because there are a lot of very bad examples of it on social media. And there's no need for that. Don't be afraid of the selfie. First of all, if you're gonna be getting into this whole selfie thing, you should learn how to do it right. Because there's no shame in a well-done self-portrait. Cindy Sherman can tell you that. Robert Mapplethorpe can tell you that. Rembrandt, one of the most famous painters ever, he had almost 100 self-portraits and sketches and paintings. And they were for some practical reasons that I'm going to get into. And one of them is self-promotion, and another one of them is learning how to be a subject and learning how to practice. You should go check out some really great self-portraits. I think you'll be inspired. And one of my favorites that I learned about in photography school was Arno Minniken. I think that's how you say his name. And he contorts his body in landscapes and definitely is high art and not just this cheesy selfie thing that we've come to think of with social media. Now, why should you take selfies? I have so many good reasons for you, and it's not just because I want you to let your narcissism run rampant. First of all, you don't have to hire a model. So if you want to try out some new lighting, you don't have to find someone else, you don't have to take the time, you don't have that little gap where you have to line things up and work around someone else's schedule. Boom, sit down, work with light, see how it hits your face, and practice on yourself. It's an inexpensive, easy, and fast way to practice your craft. And another reason is that it helps you figure out how your subjects feel in front of the camera. Sometimes when we're behind the camera thinking about all of the settings and numbers and lighting and everything that goes into a photo, we forget how difficult it is to be in front of the camera. It's a vulnerable situation. You have to know your angles. Often you're thinking about, oh, are my teeth jacked up? Is my skin okay? Is my hair a mess? And it can be really difficult to get outside of your own insecurities and connect with the camera. And when you're taking a self-portrait of yourself, you're learning empathy for your subjects and learning how to interact with them in a better way. So, taking selfies is going to help you work with your models because you're going to understand them. One reason I love taking self-portraits is because I get to express my really weird ideas, and I can be vulnerable and I don't have to worry about explaining it to someone or someone trying to correct my idea or influence it. I can just get in front of the camera and do my weird little thing like I did with this mannequin selfie, and I find that I connect with my art on a deeper level. It's just me and the camera, and I get to fully express myself without feeling judged. That's why I love selfies. They're definitely way better models than me, but I would feel so bad telling them I had to put mannequin parts on them. That would be weird for me. Selfies are a great way to try new things. And you know what? It doesn't always have to result in sharing a self-portrait. Maybe you want to put honey on yourself and roll around in glitter. Maybe that's what you're into, and you try it out and it looks great. You can hire a model and you can do it with them. Or maybe it looks terrible. Nobody has to know about it. You just did a weird, freaky thing and your secret is safe. It's safe. I've also learned little photography secrets from doing self-portraits. Like I used to try to use continuous lights like I'm doing right now with this video. And you find when you're the model that you just start sweating and you start getting a little shiny. And that's another way that you can empathize with your model or figure out something about your photography process that might not be going well. And I think the number one reason that you should take selfies is because they're fun. You get a chance to express yourself. The people that are following you on social media or that like you. They want to connect with you. And it's a good way for you to share a photo of yourself, show people how you're feeling, show them your expression and your mood, and connect with them. So, a little history of the selfies. There are definitely some really expert artists that are amazing that I want you to check out. That I mentioned in this video, I'll put it down in the description below. And I want you to go out and just make a really cool, interesting selfie, if not just for yourself, to enjoy the process. So let's put the selfie snobbery away. I think they're great.